I said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, and it ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was 11. And times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm and a Great Depression. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Oh, and this one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943 in the wintertime. Almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. He was a high school teacher from New Orleans, and he had my back right through the day we left. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. This one is my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June. That rose was red and her eyes were blue, and just look at that smile. I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Yeah, pictures worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color.
my sister. She didn't scream, she didn't make a sound. I forgive you, boy, but don't leave town. Cold black skin, naked in the rain. Hammer flashing the lightning, a hurting again. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. Let me put you in the picture, let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister, ain't no king, man, she's my queen. I have a dream and seen the light, don't put it out, and she's alright, yeah, she's my sister.
New stand going up, baby. 360 style. Like September 1 right now. Easy, fella. Easy. We got the other stand put up today. Moved the buddy, that buddy from the corral. Moved it right down here where the road drops in. You'll see it coming up right over the creek bed so we can get him coming up the creek. And stands right there, baby. Beautiful. Say, Paisan, what's up, buddy? Nothing, buddy. Just getting ready to start the second half of the movie, the annual movie with Paisani visiting. Got stands up today. Did a great job. 360s up. All kinds of great accomplishments. So we're having a great time. Beautiful weather. Out here on the patio. Those for dinner. So check them soon. 8 weeks out.
For the times they are changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. And there's no telling who's better steaming, and the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are changing. congressman, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorways, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can lend your hand, for the times they are changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be past, as the present now will later be past. Your old road is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are changing.
All right, well, food plot's in. Unlike last year where I put it in the spring and it died out. Plan is to have it grown in the fall. They say 8 weeks before first frost. That's about where we're at. Farmer's Almanac-ish. But great job this year. Used a rear drive, can't even talk, I'm tired. Rear drive tiller. So that bouncy, crappy one I borrowed, it was much easier, still hard as hell to work. And then this year, unlike last year, instead of just tilling it and seeding, I raked the metal rake through the whole thing. And obviously, I cut down the whole thing prior with a weed whacker and a hand sickle. So it was a good bit of work in this thing. But I think hopefully God gives us some rain this week and this thing comes up. And they got the new stand 360 right over it. This should be money. And if not, we'll figure it out. But I'm hoping that this year it survives and lasts and it'll be a food plot moving forward. So, but a lot of hard work. It is like August 16. So we're 7 weeks out from yesterday for season, and let's see what this happens. Hopefully the next video of this thing is popping. Right on the creek bed. Yeah, man. No rain. Food plot's in 2 days ago. Getting the rain we need. Beautiful. It's gonna get green. Love it. Okay, well, it's been a week exactly since I put that food plot in. Just walked up here, trying to stay out of the woods. We're gonna stay out of the woods till season. We are 5 weeks yesterday from season, so maybe Tuesday before season I'm going to jump, change all the chips, just leave them up there. Hopefully cameras stay active and no bears knock them down. But I want to stay out of those woods totally. So except for one exception is I checked this food plot today and checked the camera over the creek because I haven't had much activity there, but it's impossible that they're not coming through. Anyway, look at the food plot. That's what's up right there. Look at that break point right here. Whoa, look at that. And got it all the way this year down into the corral through that gate system. And then the new Budley is right there. Oops. So looking great. Hey, well, we're a week and a half into the food plot. Looks glorious, doesn't it? Look at that. Lanes are cleared for it. Yeah. From the new swivel stand. Love it. Here we go. August 24. Getting close. Looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Alright, so we got the bow and arrow. Bella loves bow and arrow. More than the ball and the frisbee. Loves to chase the arrows. I got Luminoc on here so you'll be able to see it. Watch this. Arrow. Yeah. 30 yards. Stay. Stay. Set. Sit. Stay. Down. Good. Look it. Ooh, look at that. Get the arrow. Where is it? There's the arrow. Found it. Good girl. There it is. There it is.
Awesome. Congrats, man. I'll be at your house at 7. Wake up.
All right, well, it's October 3, 2020. 20th season for the Paisan and myself hunting together. That's pretty remarkable. Great times, man. Always love it. Up on the top of the southeast, nothing so far. We jumped some does coming up. Well, didn't jump them. They didn't hear us. We came up on some. And Chris is in the midi and just seeing what we can get up here. Berta got another camera. I mean, it's like 3 broken this year and like 10 knocked down. It's crazy. Anyway, I won't keep you. Saw a bunch of deer this morning. Chris got some does passing. I saw some, but not in the shooting range. And I had a forkhorn, like 17 yards, 18 yards, watching for a buck. Then, and had a good sized buck above me, like 60, 70 yards up top. I saw his antler, so out and moving. And opening day is great. And let's see what happens, man. Thanks for watching. Well, morning seemed real slow. Chris and I were up and by the corral today, and after yesterday, all those deer going by, but some does pass, or he did, and I had nothing in range. And today we had a long wait, about 9:50. I had does come through in front of me, about 30 yards, 32 yards. So I took one, nice shot, lung shot. Took off, dropped in front of Chris. And then the second one came through and Chris took that one. So double down today for both of us, which is great. And top of the North Ridge, which is 1,000 feet up. Took the 4-wheeler up here. And just getting ready to see if we can find some bucks up top here. So anyway, second day hunting. So we got one down, going to the butcher, and good times, man, nothing better. Matt. Splash one, buddy. 2 does. I think the first one was bigger. That's what I took. Chris is to my right, and it's that spud stand, and it said it dropped in front of him, so it ran about 50 yards and dropped. Yeah, baby. Number 1 down. 2020. All right, where's my doe?
Still nothing to shoot this bitch in the head, I think.
Number 2 down. Mr. Chris got one right there. Look. 2 down. October 4. Way to go, babe. Good job. Okay, well, it's 8 August, 6th day in the field, 6th double in a row. Had a great time with Chris. We opened our 20th season together this year, which is fantastic. And Chris was here till Tuesday after the hunt in the morning, and we each took a doe on Sunday morning off the single, and the buddy moved up, which was great. And I've hunted the forest ones, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna hit there tomorrow morning. Multiple stands. You'll see the video. 2 bear, 1 huge bear at 11 yards. That was crazy. Oh my God, up on the south stand. And the bears are out of control this year. I'm not kidding you. They've hit my cameras a dozen times, broken one bad out of commission, broken a couple out of piece together. So just nuts. But anyway, great time. Weather was cold first couple days, really nice. It's warmed up. Can get rain all weekend, Saturday through Monday, and then gonna chill again next week, which is great. And so looking to get down at least half dozen this year, hopefully a good buck, but 6 in the freezer to eat. So it's a good season, and having a great time. Got him. Yeah, man. Yeah, number 2. All right, we just took that doe at 15 yards above the garage. Came in from the right. There was one up top about 35 yards to the laurels, and I was concerned I wasn't going to get a shot in it. She fed right down in front perfectly, so I have no doubt she's down. It's a double lung rage broadhead. I'm going to go check the arrow, and I'm just going to head over there pretty quickly. That's been about 15 minutes. There's no way. I mean, she ran at least 70, 80 yards, but there's no way that doe's not going to be expired, so we'll go get her, see what happens. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, well, took a shot at a doe at 5 to 8. It's 9:15. I know I hit her. I thought it was a pretty good shot. Long shot that I cleared this lane out this year. A couple lanes on this single stand, which made it great. I took the doe early this year, about 33 yards down here, 32 yards. This was almost 40, about 30. It's about 37, I'm gonna guess. Put my stand up there. Took her down there. So I'm gonna see what the arrow looks like. And I heard her cry, exhale on top of the ridge up here. So I'll do blood trail and see what happens. Hopefully she's down and didn't suffer too much. Yeah, it's a clean hit. Cherry all the way through. Okay. Well, it's October 15th, Thursday. It's the 13th day of hunting season. And it's, my 13th day in the field. Double every day except for 2, or 3 actually. Out in the National Forest on the spot a mile in, it's just glorious out here. Even if I don't see anything, the only thing I hear out here is trees and wind and animals, and there's no population out here. I don't hear cars, I don't hear people, dogs barking. It's just glorious out here. So we'll see what happens. And we got 4 down right now, 4 does with the bow, 3 bow, 1 crossbow. And been blessed. So great season so far, and we'll see what happens. Coyote's going nuts. crazy, man. It's going crazy.
Keep on loving me like I've never known before. I want a superstitious woman with a superstitious mind. And I don't mind, baby. Look out.
Muzzle loaded right on this pier. Oh, buck on. Well, it's election day, so hopefully everybody gets out and vote. Won't offer a political opinion today, but a lot of people died for that right, so hopefully everyone votes today. I know a lot of people voted in advance, so let's see what happens. Pretty cool morning. Just yesterday I had a huge buck go by, probably the biggest buck I've seen in the woods ever, but no clear shot, about 100 yards, and couldn't get a shot. But they're moving. It's cold, like 29 degrees yesterday and today. A little chilly willy in the tree. But just had this buck, I'll show you the video, go by me. The video's at about 38 yards, but he came into my right. It was literally underneath me. I could have dropped, using muzzleloader, I could have dropped a load and hit him right in the head. And then once he got away, I was able to videotape a little bit, but a pretty cool experience. So about to get out of the tree and go vote and go up north for a little bit and do a little hunting up there on a private property. And it's been a great season. 4 does down, and the rut's about to start. So hope everyone has a great day and be safe. I said I took a shot. I think I hit him. He was at like 75 yards. Smoke cleared. Saw him standing. He was limping, I think. And he stood still for 5 minutes. Then he took a few more steps. He's in the thick bush. I don't think he's gone. I don't know if he's down, but I think he's hit over. Shot this buck. He's a big boy. The antlers aren't too big. We got him. We got him. Holy crap. Dude, this thing's antlers aren't big. He's huge. Good God. Fucking cow.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it?
November 2, opening day. Muzzy was yesterday. And cold front came in. It was windy as heck yesterday. Had a fire with Deb. It was nice. It was like 29 this morning. Hiked up 1,000 feet to the top of our north ridge, and just over the top. I put the stand in a week ago. About 25 minutes into good shooting light, looked down. I saw a deer. It was doze around, dark body. I'm like, what? Picked up the binoculars, looked down the ravine. Biggest buck I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know. 10-point greater, probably 24-inch spread. Huge buck. Grunted him. He stopped, but it happened quick, and there was no clear shot down that ravine. But yeah, big son of a bitch. That's what keeps you coming back. Good times.
Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one that is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water, when there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow, you choose to lead must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. La da da da, la da da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la.
Well, it's New Year's Eve 2020. Been what a year. Not a great year for a lot of folks in this planet. But we're blessed. We've been blessed in our family this year. And the family's done well and strived and pushed through. So that's great. That's the girls in San Diego for Christmas with Mikey and Michael and the family. Mikey's family. It was great. Had a good time. And it's the last day of hunting. Unless I get up early in the morning, come out tomorrow morning, which I might, but I'm not sure. But heading to Mississippi tomorrow with Chris and the rig. Go down there for hunting for 4 days. And take the new fifth wheel down there. Should be nice accommodations with the Jenny. Get some video down there. See what we got going. Ramsey talked to me today, said they took a 12 point off of the property next door, which is pretty much that same deer could have been on Ramsey's property, but a 12 point booner. So there's some good deer down there. We'll see what happens, but it'll just be a nice time to get down there. So anyway, December 31st, and so let's look forward to a great 2021. Kids are getting married. Sophie's getting married this year, and God willing, that'll come off and it'll be great. So we'll see what happens. Yes. All right, we're in the dry pod down here at Ramsey's on the field, and I asked him if we could move the stand about 15 yards southwest because it's really tight. There was no shots really in this great field, and he was cool with that. So we came down the first night with a chainsaw, like 7 at night in the dark, and cut a freaking tree down, pulled the vines out of it. And I sat yesterday 4.5 hours and saw nothing. And my theory is this year, sit a stand 2-3 days in a row, the same time, morning or night, because versus jumping around, because you keep missing deer, I think. So I came in this morning, and at 7:10, shooting lights about 10 to 7, 7:10. I call Chris on the radio, and we're talking, checking in. And the second I put the radio down on the stand, put it down, look up, see a deer at like 200 yards crossing the far side. And I'm like, okay, it's a buck. So I scoped in on the best I could, had to discern if he's a shootable buck. Hard to tell at that distance, but I saw, I think, a good rack. And he was walking, so I scoped in my brand new scope, and as far as I could go, again, I think he's a good buck. So I got ahead of him, and there's no way to stop him at that distance probably. He was walking slow, so I got ahead of him and let him walk right through my scope. He walked through, and bam, man, dropped that son of a bitch at 200 yards like a rock on a dime. So he's out there. I saw him drop. I'm looking at him now. So I'm going to sit, see if Chris and Ramsey can't get on something. And if the doe comes through, take that and get the meat for Ramsey. And tell you what, great season, man. Hunted probably 90 shifts, 60, 65 days. And didn't get a good buck on our property again this year, which is unfortunate. But that's the 6th deer this year. I've never gotten 6. I've gotten 5. So half dozen down, and hopefully a decent rack on this boy. And always a good time in Mississippi, man. Love being down here. So just thrilled, man. I'm due. It's been like 4 years since I've gotten a decent buck. So we'll see what happens. Just checking. No freaking time to get this camera on. I was talking to Chris on the radio, just checking in at 7 a.m. 10-15 minutes of light. Talked to him about checking in at 8 o'clock. The second I put the radio down, I saw a buck move. Zoomed in on him the best I could and decide if he's a good enough buck to shoot. And felt he is. I think he's an 8. Hard to tell. I'm thinking 12 to 14 inch spread. Who knows? But I got on him, zoomed in with this new scope, and picked my spot and waited. He walked through walking, and I don't know if you can see him with this camera. I'm on him. But he's down. Let's see what we got. Alright, buck came in from about 180. Came across. Figured he was a shooter. Got behind this tree and waited. He walked into my scope and dropped him there. There he is. He's an 8 or a 10. Yeah, baby. What's up, fellas? Yep, first good Mississippi buck in like 8 years, man. Does he? We're on a spike. 40 yards. Check it out. Look at my spine. Right in fucking neck.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Shit.
Dude, he was coming
That's
straight.
all.
Look, he came straight at me.
That's a fucking dude.
He came straight at me. Look, had my boy on. He came straight at me, and he looks right at me. I'm like, well, I can't wait for him to turn broadside. So, pow! I just shot him right in the neck. Right in the damn neck, baby. Is that a beauty?
Look at that beautiful animal.
Yeah, baby.
Beautiful animal.
13 hangable points. That's sick.
Hell yeah.
Golly.
We're gonna.
Just when I thought my season couldn't get any better. 6 down. 2 buck this morning, little buck again, and this thing. I'm running up to it.
Came to Mississippi and got a stud with some kickers out there.
He's all rut. He's got
Hey.
fresh wood up here.
This is the deer that Zach had a chance at in bow season, but he was a little bit too far out of range and wouldn't stop. And it was right over here. It was on this side of the property. He talked to me about this. He said there was at least 11 points. Had kickers and shit coming, nasty shit coming out. What was that? Sit in the same stand.
Sit a stand 2 or 3 days in a row, same hunt, and you increase your odds. Golly.
Well, the theory proved right today. That's a gnarly rack right there. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Congrats, man. I'll be at your house at 7. Wake up.
Hey, tomorrow, where are you going? Do you have some room for me? Night is falling and the dawn is calling. I'll have a new day if she'll have me. Hey, tomorrow, I can't show you nothing. You've seen it all. passed by your door. So many times I said I've been changing, then slipped into patterns of what's happened before. 'Cause I've been wasted and I've overtasted all the things that life gave to me. And I've been trusted, abused and busted, and I've been taken by those close to me. Hey, tomorrow, you've gotta believe that
Delaware.
I'm through
George W.
wasting what's left of me. Night is falling and the dawn is calling. I'll have a new day if she'll have me. 'Cause I've been wasted and I've overtasted all the things that life gave to me. And I've been trusted, abused and busted, and I've been taken by those close to me. Hey, tomorrow, where are you going? Do you have some room for me? Night is falling and the dawn is calling.